do a roll down tutorial today. So you're bound to have come across a roll down in a Pilates class before. So we need to know exactly what we're doing a roll down for. It's an amazing movement, makes your body feel great, but it's about spinal articulation. So when we're doing a roll down, we want to try and get as much articulation in the spine as possible. So we always start with the neck and the head. So we try and round and flex the neck first. Then we work our way down to the thoracic. We flex that forwards. Then we work our way down to the lumbar spine as we flex that whole spine forwards. And then as we roll up, we start from the lumbar spine, the lower back, we straighten that, then the middle of the back, and then the top of the back. So sometimes when you do a roll down, there might be a part of the spine that you haven't got that segmental control. So you might lower down in a chunk and you might come up in a chunk, and that's fine. But we're going to have a little practice. So first of all, we're going to stand using a wall. So a great way to start roll down is to get some feedback using a wall. So I want you to lean back against the wall. Your pelvis is on the wall, the shoulders are on the wall, and the back of the head is against the wall. But your feet are forwards. So take your feet forwards. First of all, let's have a look at posture. We always check our feet are in alignment first. If our feet aren't in alignment, then anything above it doesn't stand a chance. So you want to make sure that the feet are parallel, the level. We're not rolling out on the outsides of the foot. We're not rolling in. We've got that solid foundation. The pelvis is against the wall, but let's just have a little check. Let's place the heel of our hands on the front of the hip bones, fingertips on the pubic bone, and we want to make sure that the heel of the hands and the fingertips are level. We're in that neutral pelvis. So in other words, we're not tilting that pelvis forwards. From here, feel your collarbones open wide. The arms are on the wall. The back of the head is pressing back into the wall. Now think about the order that your body moves. It's going to be the head first of all. So I just want you to let the chin drop towards the chest. As you do that, feel the arms move away from the wall. Feel the shoulders move away from the wall. And then the middle of the back. And then the lower back. You're going to keep your bottom against the wall, but you're going to let your head hang. And you're going to let your arms hang. You're just letting go of any tension in the shoulders, letting go of any tension in your neck. Now, before we come up, let's switch on those core muscles. So I want you to imagine you're tightening a belt. You're drawing the belly button into the spine. That switches on your core. Keep it switched on and just start to roll back up. So we want to get the lower back against the wall first, and then the middle of the back, the top of the back, chin to the chest, and the head comes up last. Collarbones wide. Let's go again. Breath in. So breathing out. Think of the order your body moves. So it's head, it's neck, it's the upper back. Let your arms hang in front of the legs. Keep that pelvis connected to the wall. Let your head hang. Let the arms hang. Now engage the core again. Tighten that belt. Draw the belly button in. Can you roll up? Lower back first. Middle of the back. Top of the back. And the head comes up last. Let's do that again. Breath in. We've got two more here. We release the neck first and then the top of the back. The arms hang in front. As we roll that body down, let your head hang. Take a breath in. Tighten the belt. As you breathe out, let's roll back up. Restack the spine. And the head comes up last. Let's do one more. Breath in. As we breathe out, we release the neck and then the top of the back. The arms are hanging forwards. As we round and articulate the spine and you let the head hang, switch on the core, tighten that belt, and then let's roll back up. Feel the lower back, the middle of the back, top of the back, and the head last of all. Perfect. And you can always use the wall for roll downs if you want. Let's try doing that roll down away from the wall. So again, let's check posture. Again, let's start with the feet parallel. We're in this neutral pelvis, so we're not sticking the bottom out behind. So our hip bones and our pubic bone are level. We're lengthening through the crown of the head. The arms are down the side of the body. So before you start the roll down, just check in with your posture. We want to aim for a plumb line from the ear, the shoulder, the hip, the knee, the ankles. We don't want anything in front of that line and nothing behind the line. lengthen up. Now let's try and roll down the same order as we did when we were using the wall. So let your chin drop first, then the upper back. Your arms are in front, you're rolling down, you soften the knees. Roll down. Now when you're down, make sure you're not hyperextending into the backs of the knees. So soften the knees. Now let's switch on the core, tighten the belt. And then let's roll up. Same as you did against the wall, it's a lower back that comes up first, then it's a mid back, top of the back, head comes up last. Before we go down, we're gonna go up, so can we lengthen, can we grow taller? Then let's roll down. Soften the knees, so see which sort of roll down feels best on your body today. Take a breath in, draw the belly button in. As you breathe out, you roll back up, you restack the spine, head comes up last. Let's do 2 more here, breath in and breathing out, rolling down. So just be mindful that you're not leading from the lower back, it's always coming from the neck and gradually down through the spine. Take a breath in, belly button in, think tailbone lengthening down towards the floor as you roll up. Head comes up last. Let's do 1 more breath in. As you breathe out, let's roll the body down, softening the knees. Make sure the arms aren't right into the legs. Imagine there's a little wall in front, the arms are at the other side of the wall. Take a breath. As you breathe out, let's roll back up, restack the spine all the way up. Head comes up last. Let's add on our other spinal movement. So if you're against the wall, still step away from the wall. Think of this long spine in lateral flexion. So we go to the side. We're not sinking or collapsing. We're aiming to create length on each side of the spine. Then let's bring it back. So we lengthen up and over. Let's go to the left side. And then let's bring it back. So I want you to keep that going. So we're trying to lengthen both sides of the waist, but I want you to be mindful of what's going on with the pelvis. So as you go to the side, is your pelvis rotating or rolling backwards and forwards? So make sure this stays still. Even keep the hands on it for your first couple of side bends. And again, let's lift up and over. Draw the belly button in. And again, so that spine is flexing to the side. And then bring it back. And again, flexes to the other side. And then let's bring it back, lower the arms. Breath in, lengthen. Let's roll down. So soften the knees again, rolling your body down. Take a breath in, draw the belly button in. As you breathe out, you roll back up. Restack all the way up, lengthen up and over to the side. Keep lengthening as you bring it back. Lengthen up and over to the left side, and then let's bring it back. Another spinal movement, rotation. Can you cross your arms over your chest? Now, think of these hips like headlights. They're shining in front. We don't want them shining to the side. We're just rotating the rib cage. We're not letting the hips move. So those headlights still shining in front. You're looking over that right shoulder. Then bring it back. Then rotate. So small is more on this. So we're not turning the whole body. We're just rotating from the rib cage. And just take notice. Do you get more rotation on one side than the other? Remember, life creates imbalances in the body. We turn one way more than the other in our daily movements. And Pilates is your reset button on your body. And then let's rotate to the left side. And then bring it back. Release the arms. Breath in. Let's add it together. So let's roll down through the spine. Remember, soften your knees. Let the head and arms hang. Take a breath in. Draw the navel into the spine. As you come up, how much can you tighten that belt? How much can you switch on the core? Lengthen up. Keep that pelvis still. Lengthen the spine. Up and over. And then we bring it back. Up and over. Make sure you've got that equal pressure on each foot as you do this. Bring it back. Cross your arms. Rotate without the hips moving. Bring it back. And again, rotate. And then bring it back. We've got one more spinal movement to cover, and that's extension. So from here, can you interlink the fingers together, hands behind your head? Make sure you can see the elbows out the corner of your eyes. So we just want to extend the upper back, the thoracic. We don't want any movement in the lower back. So can you draw the navel in? Imagine you've got a hook on your chest. It's lifting the chest, and you're looking up the wall, maybe where the wall meets the ceiling, without compressing the vertebrae in the neck. And then let's lengthen as we come back. So it's a real subtle movement. Breathing in as you extend. As you breathe out, lengthen again. So we do so much flexion in our daily life. This is a really important spinal movement to keep that healthy spine. Let's do one more. As we lean back into extension, let's come back. The arms lift, open the arms. Let's add the whole thing together. Can you grow any taller? Take a breath in, let's roll down. Make sure you're moving from the neck or using the wall if you need to. Soften the knees. Head and arms are hanging. Take a breath in, draw the navel to spine. Breathe out, let's roll back up. Restack, think of this long spine. Think of lengthening up and over to the right side. And then can you bring it back? Keep lengthening up and over to the left side. And then bring it back. Now we're going to rotate, arms crossed. Remember these hips, headlights, shine them in front as you rotate to the right. Bring it back. And then let's turn and rotate to the left and bring it back. Interlink the fingers together, hands behind the head for our last spinal movement, that extension. So you're looking up the wall where the wall meets the ceiling. Now you lengthen as you bring it back. Let's do one more as you lean back. And then come back, lift the arms, lower the arms, going even taller and taller and taller. And hopefully that feels good. Please let me know. Give me